Do you know how things happen in the world during life? Well, after they happen, that's what history is. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So many things happened in history, dude. Airplanes being invented, the dinosaurs getting extinct, like the first time that 8-year-old me saw Anne Hathaway in a movie that my mom was watching, and it made me feel different. So many things. The Hindenburg. But there is a definitive ranking to everything that has happened in history ever. And that's the list that I wrote today. And luckily for you guys, it is 100% correct. So let's jump right into it. Number 1, when they made farming. I mean, this is a clear one. It gave us like reliable sources of plants and shit. Number 2, when I got a $20 tip while doing DoorDash. This one is so great because it was at a time when I was sad. I don't know if you guys would have guessed this, but when I was doing DoorDash for 6 hours a day, every day for an entire summer, I wasn't at my mental best. So, when I delivered that smelly bag of whatever shit this random dude got from my town's worst diner, and he gave me $20 as a tip, that was legitimately the high point of my month. Number 3, when they put those rocks down in Stonehenge. That was pretty cool. Really good at balancing and stuff. I love rocks. Yeah, well, most rocks. There's one that I haven't been a huge fan of recently, and that would be this rock. This guy has apparently forgotten how to make real cinema. Recently, he's been making, and I want to put this lightly, shit. I don't know what happened to The Rock, dude. I mean, what happened to the golden age of his career, where he was making interesting, complex, and introspective stories like The Rock teams up with Big Gorilla in order to fight Big Lizard? Or what about The Rock teams up with Helicopter in a city that's being torn apart by earthquakes in order to save like 8 people, tops? Or what about Rock versus Skyscraper that's on fire? Great idea for a movie. Folks, I have a platform, and I take that seriously. And I'm using my platform in order to ask you to help me to ask Dwayne Johnson to make marginally better movies. We can do it together. I was talking about Stonehenge? Yeah, rocks are cool. One time I went to Stonehenge though, and they said that it was closed. Like my friends and I drove up to the front gate, and the attendant there told us that Stonehenge was closed. How does that work? The attendant told us that Stonehenge closes at 5. Do the rocks go home when their shift ends? What the hell does that mean? We ended up going a different way, and lo and behold, the rocks were still there after 5 o'clock, so I guess they stayed at work late. Number 4, when Eisenhower made roads. Alright, technically he didn't make roads, but Eisenhower made the highways better, and that's great. Number 5, when my father stopped me from getting murdered in the Penn Station bathroom. All-time dad moment here, guys. I'm still very grateful to him for doing that for me. Basically, what happened was I was in the Penn Station bathroom with my dad when I was like 5, and while we were waiting in line for the urinals, a crackhead on the other side of the bathroom pointed at me and did one of those like beckoning finger curl things. You know? Do you know what I'm talking about? The beckoning finger curl? It's something that only Penn Station crackheads and the rudest person you've ever met do. And so, since I was 5, I went, oh, I guess this guy wants to talk to me. Let's go see what this is all about. But then my dad grabbed me, and he offered me a different path. One in which I didn't brazenly and innocently walk up to the bleeding and shifty crackhead who had both hands in his pockets but was clearly holding something. And that ended up being the path that I chose. Great call by my dad. Some people might disagree, namely that one crackhead, but for the most part, I think we can all agree that that was a solid call by my father. Now, listen, we have to round out the back half of this list, and we should do it relatively quick because I spent a lot of time railing on Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson for like no reason, really. I don't know why I did that. I doubt anybody enjoyed it, but good news, we absolutely can do this quickly because conveniently, I'm kind of out of things. So I'm just gonna BS the rest of this list. For number 6, let's go. End of World War II. Sure, fine. Number 7, I'm gonna say number 7 all-time history moment ever of all time. When I went to Ireland. That was a lot of fun. I had a good time. For number 8, let's go, I don't know, when we discovered fire. Sure, fuck it, fine, fire, yep. Actually, no, discovering fire can be number 9. Number 8 best moment of history ever is the movie Lincoln. The movie Lincoln, folks. Great movie, great film. Spielberg at his best. Daniel Day-Lewis is really good too. He looked and sounded just like Abraham Lincoln. Apparently. I don't know. Honestly, I never knew the guy in real life. A lot of people say that it was an accurate portrayal of Abraham Lincoln, but honestly, you know what? I doubt that they knew him either. And it was Daniel Day-Lewis before he made that really weird movie about a guy who's sexually attracted to being poisoned and then nursed back to health. That's a real movie. Guys, I've been fucking with you for a lot of this video. That is a real movie. It's called Phantom Thread. I saw it in the theater with my mother. That sucked. Silent car ride home, folks. But yeah, 2012's Lincoln. Number 8. And then number 9 is The Discovery of Fire, whatever. And then number 10 is, let's see. Let's think of one. Let's think of another moment in history. Stonehenge? I said that. Stonehenge, the rocks. Lincoln. Lincoln? I said Lincoln. I just said Lincoln. When they put a Trader Joe's right near my house. Number 10. I mean, that was pretty great. You know, good food, solid prices. I will say the reason it's not higher on the list is because for a while they had a security guard that didn't shower regularly. And that was kind of annoying. Like, you'd go in looking for food, and then this guy would just kind of musk up a 10-foot radius all around him. And everyone would just have to be like, oh, I guess Gary didn't shower in a while. Hopefully tonight he will. And nobody told him, but that's because that's a weird thing to have to tell someone. You know? That's a weird thing for an adult to have to tell another adult. He eventually got fired because he kept eating store items on the job without paying for them, which is fair ground for termination. Nobody missed him. Nobody missed him. Anyways, those were the top 10 moments in history ever. I hope you agree with my list, and if you don't, that's fine. It's just that you're wrong and stupid. I hope you enjoyed the video. I make a new one every Monday, so subscribe for them. And also, I've made other ones in the past, so watch those. Also, like and comment and, shit like that. And also, bye.